The rain started just as Daniel pulled into the hotel's parking lot. It wasn't his first choice. He had planned to reach the city before stopping for the night, but the storm had worsened, and the winding mountain roads had become too dangerous to drive. The old roadside hotel was the only option. The sign above the entrance flickered. Half of the neon letters burned out, leaving only Hot L glowing in the darkness. The building itself had an eerie, forgotten feel, like it had once been grand but had long since faded into something empty. Still, he was too tired to care. Inside, the lobby was dimly lit, the air thick with the scent of old wood and something faintly musty. A single person stood behind the front desk, an older man with deep lines on his face and tired eyes. "Need a room for the night," Daniel said, shaking the rain from his jacket. The man nodded slowly, pulling an ancient-looking register toward him. "One night?" "Yeah." The man hesitated, then slid a key across the counter. "Room 306. Daniel noticed the slight pause before he spoke, the way the man's fingers lingered on the key for just a moment too long. "Everything okay?" The clerk forced a smile. "Of course. Elevator's out, though. Stairs are just down the hall." Daniel took the key and headed toward the stairs. The hallway leading to them was dim, the overhead lights buzzing faintly. As he climbed, he felt an odd sense of unease. The building was quiet, too quiet. Even in an old hotel, he expected to hear something: the hum of a TV, muffled voices, the distant sound of water running. But there was nothing. Room 306 was at the end of the hall. The brass numbers on the door were tarnished, the edges of the wood slightly chipped. As he pushed the key into the lock, a strange sensation crept up his spine, like something just beyond the door was waiting. He shook off the thought and stepped inside. The room was basic: a queen bed, a worn-out desk, a small TV sitting on a dresser. The window was covered with thick curtains, and for a brief moment he had the sudden urge not to open them. The feeling passed. He locked the door, tossed his bag on the chair, and collapsed onto the bed. The rain outside was heavier now, tapping against the window like impatient fingers. Then came the first sound: a soft tap. At first, Daniel thought it was just the rain, but then he heard it again. Deliberate, rhythmic. It wasn't coming from the window. It was coming from inside the room. He sat up, his pulse quickening. The noise had come from the closet, a wooden door near the entrance. Another tap. Daniel exhaled sharply. He wasn't the type to scare easily, but something about this felt wrong. He got up and moved toward the closet, each step slower than the last. His hand hesitated on the handle. He knew deep down that he shouldn't open it. But the human mind is a strange thing. It demands answers, even when it knows they might be terrifying. He pulled the door open. Nothing. Just an empty closet. Daniel let out a breath,